Okay, I've muted you all and you are not allowed to unmute, so don't try to unmute, okay? Just nod your head. Today we are going to do revision of Generation of Computer chapter. In this chapter, we will read what is generation, some key terms which we should know, features of first generation computer, features of second generation computer, features of third generation computer. Then we will read feature of fourth generation and fifth generation as well. Got it? I've not included here. Okay, now what is computer generation? Computer generation means the change in technology of computer in different period of time. Sometime question may come, what is computer generation? Then you have to write, computer generation means the change in technology of computer in different period of time. There is another definition as well, that is, computer generation means classification of computer system according to their technological advancement. You can write any one definition. Okay, now some key terms which we should know. That is computer, as we all of us know that what is computer, isn't it? Computer is an electronic machine which accepts raw data as input, process it, and display result as output, as well as store data for future use. Then another term, microprocessor. Microprocessor is the main component of fourth generation computer. Magnetic drums are the storage device in the first generation. Binary means the code or the language which is understood by computer, language of 0 and 1. Integrated circuit are the main component of third generation computer. Semiconductor means which are capable of passing electricity partially. Then machine language means binary language, which are understandable by computer. Assembly language is a type of low-level language. Then artificial intelligence means knowledge processing and thinking capacity, which are supposed to be in the fifth generation computer. High-level languages are the language which is used to write program for computer, but are not understandable by computer. Only programmers feel easy to write program using high-level language because it uses English words in it. But high-level language should be converted into machine language or binary language. Then only computer will understand. Now, features of first generation computer. The computers produced and used between 1948 to 1959 are called first generation computers. These computers were marked by the use of vacuum tubes or valves as their chief electronic component and magnetic drums for memory, means for storage. Now, these are the pictures of vacuum tube. Vacuum tubes were developed by Lee D. Forrest in 1908. You have to remember this. Vacuum tubes were developed by Lee D. Forrest in 1908. Because by the use of these vacuum tubes, first generation computers are distinct than other generations. Now let us talk about the features. Thousands of vacuum tubes were used, which produces a large amount of heat and burnt frequently. First generation computer were very big in size because of use of thousands of vacuum tubes. Because of use of thousands of vacuum tube, computer consumed more electricity and produced more heat. That's why, because of production of more heat, some parts of computer were burned frequently, and user need to change it. So it has got too many maintenance problem at that time. It had got. They were very big in size, unreliable, and slower in operation. Though computers were made at that time, burnt means balni, burnt. Burn, past tense, burnt. They were very big in size. Though computers were made at that time, they were very big in size. Mark 1 is example of first generation computer, and its size was 5050 feet long, 13 feet wide, and 8 feet height. Just imagine the size now. Unreliable and slower in operation than other generations. It has got too many maintenance problems, so it was unreliable and very slow in operation. That's why people didn't rely on it. Machine language was used in first generation computer. Machine language means language of binary, 0 and 1. It was very expensive at that time. Some examples of first generation computers are Mark 1, ENIAC, UNIVAC, EDSAC, etc. And you people learn these devices in history of computer chapter, isn't it? Sorry, I stopped sharing. Wait for a while, okay? Okay, now Janice, don't ask nonsense question right now because I'm explaining. You can ask me at last. Okay, now next slide is a feature of second generation computer. The computer produced and used between 1955 to 1965 are called the second generation computers. These computers were marked by the use of transistor instead of vacuum tubes. First generation computers used vacuum tube and second generation computers used transistors as main component. Second generation computers moved from binary machine language to assembly language, somehow advanced form of language. Who raised hand just now? Suyo? Suyog, why did you raise hand? Suyog? Suyog, you are not muted. Why did you raise hand? If you need to ask something, then type on chat. Okay. Assembly language means somehow developed language than binary or machine level language, correct? And second generation computers started using assembly language rather than binary language. for programming. These were also the first computers that stored their instruction in their memory, which moved from a magnetic drum to magnetic disk. So the storage device of second generation computer changed from magnetic drum to magnetic disk. First generation computer used magnetic drum as a storage device, and second generation computer used magnetic disk as their storage device. So this is the picture of transistor. Transistors were developed by John Bardeen, Walter Brattain, and William Shockley. Now, features of second generation computers. Main features are transistors were used as main memory. Smaller in size than first generation computer because approximate thousands of vacuum tubes were replaced by one transistor. Faster than first generation because the speed was measured in microsecond. I forgot to tell you the speed of first generation. The speed of first generation computer was measured in millisecond, and speed of second generation computers were measured in microsecond. Heat and power consumption was lesser than the first generation because size was reduced. The size of first generation computer was very big, but second generation computers size was smaller than first generation computer. So due to decrease in size, heat consumption was also decreased, and electricity consumption was decreased, and heat production was also decreased. Assembly language was used. Cheaper than first generation computers. Some examples are IBM 1401, Hewlett Packard 52nd, then IBM 1410, IBM 1420, etc. Now, third generation computers. The computers produced and used between 1965 to 1974. These are approximate date, okay, not exact date. Are called third generation computers. The third generation computers were marked by the use of IC, integrated circuit, instead of transistors. The third generation computers were smaller in size, faster and reliable than the second generation computers. So this is the picture of integrated circuit. Integrated circuit was developed by Robert Noyes, Jack Kilby. Robert Noyes and Jack Kilby. Now, features of third generation computer. Integrated circuit were used as a main memory, smaller than second generation, more reliable than second generation, faster than second generation. The speed of third generation computers were measured in nanosecond. High level language used. Now from third generation computer, fully high level language were used. Keyboards and monitors were introduced. So the keyboards and monitors which we are using nowadays were introduced in third generation only. Some examples of third generation computers are IBM 360, UNIVAC 1108, HP 2100, etc. Okay, now fourth generation. Okay. The computers developed and used between 1971 and 1990 are called fourth generation computers. We are using fourth generation computer right now, but some of the features of fifth generation computers are also available in nowadays computer. I'll talk about it later, okay? Okay, now fourth generation computer. The computer developed and used between 1971 and 1990 are called fourth generation computers. The fourth generation computers are marked by the use of VLSI, very large scale integrated circuit technology, which is commonly called as microprocessor. So in short, we call microprocessor is the main component of fourth generation computer, and the computers which we are using nowadays are fourth generation computer. By the use of microprocessor, computers became powerful small sized computer. Now just imagine, approximately 1000 vacuum tubes were replaced by one transistor. Approximately 1000 transistors were replaced by one integrated circuit, and approximately 1000 integrated circuits were replaced by one microprocessor. That's why the size has been increased a lot up to fourth generation computer. Got it? And due to use of microprocessors were very powerful device, very powerful chip through which developers were possible to make compact designs like small palm top computers, got it? Laptops, palm tops, tabloids, etc. Smartphones, got it or not? So from fourth generation, developers were able to develop small size designs for the computer industry. Okay, these are the pictures of microprocessor. Microprocessor was developed by Ted Hoff. Microprocessor was developed by Ted Hoff. Now, these are the main features of fourth generation computers. Microprocessor is the main component, highly accurate and totally reliable. That's why we rely on computer nowadays, isn't it? It gives us accurate answers. Operating speed is measured in picosecond. It uses magnetic and optical storage device with capacity more than 100 GB, gigabyte. The smallest computer called desktop, laptop, notebook, palm top, and even smaller computers are developed. These small size computers were possible by the use of microprocessor in fourth generation computer only. Got it? Fully high level language is used. Some examples are Apple Macintosh, IBM PCs, and computers which we are using these days. Computers which we used at our computer lab last year, which we are using today at our home. All these are fourth generation computers. Got it? But some of the features of fifth generation computers are also available, like voice recognition, lock system, iRetina locking, thumbprint locking. These systems are artificial intelligence system. Now, fifth generation. A lot of research is going on for the fifth generation computers because fifth generation computer is not completed yet. The major missing point in the earlier generation was lack of thinking power. Up to fourth generation, scientists did research to decrease the size of the computer, increase reliability of computer, and increased storage of computer, correct? But when these small sized powerful computers were achieved, then scientists thought that why don't we try thinking power in the computer? If it will be possible to give thinking power to computer, then computer will be super machine. So they are trying to give artificial intelligence to the computer. So due to this requirement, scientists are able to develop Sophia robot. Correct? Scientists are able to develop Sophia robot. But still, some of the features are missing. That's why fifth generation computer is not completed yet. Correct? The fifth generation computer system was initiated by Japan's Ministry of International Trade and Industry, MITI, in 1989. The fifth generation computer system will have artificial intelligence. Okay, this is Sophia robot. Sophia was brought at Nepal on March 20, 2018. Sophia robot was developed by Hong Kong-based company called Handsome Robotics. Correct? Sophia is example of fifth generation computer, but still some features are missing in it. Okay. Now, ultra large scale integration technology. The very large scale integration technology of fourth generation will be replaced by ULSI, or in short, it is biochips. Will be biochips as main processing component. Development of true artificial intelligence. If the fifth generation computer will be completed, then they will have artificial intelligence. Development of natural language processing. That means there will not be any compulsion that we must interact with the computer with only one language, that is English language. We can use computer in any language. We will be able to use computer in any language. Advancement in parallel processing means till fourth generation computer, there are single processors. But if fifth generation computer will be possible, then there will be multiple processors working at the same time and same efficiency parallelly. More user-friendly interfaces with multimedia features. Examples of AI used, artificial intelligence used fields are Sophia robot and some movies like Blade Runner, which was made in 1982, The Terminator 1984, Artificial Intelligence 2001, Robots 2005, Real Steel 2011, Big Hero 6 2014, Alita Battle Angel 2019, and many more movies. In Nepal also, there is Naulu restaurant in Nepal where service is given by robots. Service are given by robots. Correct? Now, let us talk about the differences between different generations. First one, first and second generation. Okay. First generation used vacuum tube as main component. Second generation used transistors as main component. Speed was measured in millisecond in the first generation computer, whereas speed was measured in microsecond in second generation. Used machine level language in first generation. First generation computer used machine level language. Second generation computer used assembly level language. First generation computers were very big in size and generated more heat, whereas second generation computers were smaller in size and generated less heat than first generation. Remember, whenever you write difference, you should compare the generation, okay? Second generation computer are smaller in size than first generation, but are bigger than third and fourth generations. So you have to compare. Now, second and third use transistor as main component, means second generation computer used transistor as main component, whereas third generation computer used integrated circuit as main component. Second generation computer the speed of second generation computers were measured in microsecond, whereas the speed of third generation computers were measured in nanosecond. Second generation computer used assembly level language, whereas third generation computer used high level language. Second generation computers were bigger in size than third generation, and third generation computers were smaller than second generation, or there was great reduction in size than second generation. Whenever we write difference, first difference should be main components and second difference should be speed, then only we can add other differences for it. So if sometime question will come, write two differences between first and second generation, then you have to write main component and speed as the differences. Okay, listen everybody, please rejoin. I'm going to end meeting. Please rejoin. Okay, or shall I continue? I've unmuted you now.
I'm continuing.
Yes, we can.
It is less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute. So I'll end and please rejoin.
Yes, ma'am.
Rejoin. Okay, rejoin. Okay.
Okay, well.